Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Today, I'm finishing up a bike ride in Carlton Reserve. And this applies to what we're going to be reading today. We're going to be reading from Mark 10, verses 32 through 34. Okay? And this is Jesus predicts his death. They were on their way to Jerusalem with Jesus leading the way. So if you have your Bibles. And the disciples were astonished, while those who were following were afraid. Again, he took the 12 aside and told them what was going to happen to him. We are going up to Jerusalem, he said, and the Son of Man will be betrayed by the chief priests and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles, who will mock him and spit on him, flog him and kill him, and 3 days later he will rise. Wow. Jesus just told everything that was going to happen to him. Let me talk about this for a moment. I'm out here and I finish up my bike ride, and what I do before I go out in the morning, I tell my wife and kids, whoever's at the house, usually several of them, and I say, hey, I'm going on this route to do a bike ride, and so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but let me tell you a little secret. I am going to die. Okay? So I know I'm going to die. That's just a fact of life that I'm going to die. I don't know when I'm going to die, but it could be soon, could be later. And in reality, it could be out here. So I prepare my kids and I tell them, if I die, this is the bike ride I'm taking. So to go hunt up my body before the vultures come and get me, this is where I'm going to be. So anyway, this truck, when I say, I describe the bike route and I say I'm starting out, and this truck here is usually close to where I'm starting out on this route. And then I'll tell them the route I'm taking and stuff. And they go, oh, yeah. And it kind of goes in one ear and out the other when I say that, because they're used to me going out and coming back, going out and coming back, and I haven't died out here yet or needing any emergency help out here or anything. So they just kind of ignore it and like, oh, yeah, Dad's talking again, telling us where he's going. And they kind of just blow it off. Okay? One day I'll be dead, and then they'll go, oh man, Dad said, and then they'll ask each other, what? Dad said he was going where? And they'll go, oh yeah, he's going to Mayaca and then into Carlton Reserve, and he starts out at, there's a truck, and then there's different things along the way. And they've heard me talk about that. So then it will come back into their head, and they'll go, okay, so that's where we need to go look for Todd's body. So let me lay my Bible down here. So I think the same thing was happening with Jesus. Jesus had told the disciples, and in this passage, he was very specific. He told them everything that was going to happen. He was like outlining it, so that you guys want to take notes. And you know what? You didn't hear the disciples going, oh, what'd you say? Let me write that down so, I can get this all correct. I think they just kind of oh yeah, you let it go in one ear and out the other. They were still kind of expecting the political Messiah, and they weren't expecting a Messiah to die, that's for sure. And you know that for sure because of the way they reacted when Jesus was crucified. They were all like gone, okay, and devastated, okay. So that's how they reacted, and so I believe they just kind of blew it off like, oh, Jesus is talking again. And I'm sure he was talking a lot, but this is one thing they kind of just let go in one ear and out the other. But then after he died, and then they're like, oh, wait. And then he was resurrected. Then the stuff made sense. And then they were like, oh, yeah, Jesus said that. Yeah. Why didn't we remember that? Oh, yeah. And so they remembered that then, just like my kids would hopefully remember what I said and then come and get my body, when I'm dead, laying out here in the trail or something. So one thing I want us to we can apply this to our life, and that's this, that when we're reading through the Bible and we're listening to what God says to us, sometimes we need to reread that and really take note of it and not just let it go in one ear and out the other, okay? And sometimes, I'm guilty of that. I'll be reading, and after I get done reading a page or a paragraph or whatever, I'm like, wait, what did I read? And so then I go back over it and reread it to get it to stick into my noggin here, okay? I don't want it to just go in and out of me, but I want it to be in here, and in my heart. So anyway, do what you can to get the word into you and to stay in there, and not just like, I got to read through the Bible, so let me do it. And then at the end of the year, you go, "What'd you read?" "Man, I don't remember anything I read." Well, slow down and get it into you. So anyway, that's my encouragement for today. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I'm done with my bike ride for today. So I will see you tomorrow as we continue our journey through the book of Mark. Blessings to you. We'll see you then.